Sorry about the interruption. I hope we are back again. We are still flying on this November 571, and we will continue that. So we came to the conclusion that there have been before accident with Boeing 737. It's a small airplane, smaller than like this one, type like this, Airbus, and there the third person was, and his fiance was trying to come into the cockpit, but it was locked because the cockpits are locked. So, but it succeeded them to break the door, but it was too late, and when they were getting control over the airplane, it was too late. They smashed it down. They couldn't control the plane, and they smashed it down in the mountain. That's all we know. So now I'm looking at where we are. We should be here with around Beacon. We can see there's another corridor, jetway, the P for Papa, coming in from Kiwari. It's a Malaysian, the last Malaysian airfield. You can still see the Sumatra coast on the left under my photo. And I go back to the investigation. They say it could be a third person because what was doing was the airplane could not turn around because the airplane was, after they lost the communication, after they were handed over to Ho Chi Minh, the airplane was turned off, the ACAT, the radar, information about the flight level of the airplane, the speed was cut off, and the radio communication was never established again. So they turned it around, and it could only be man-made. They turned it first to the right on the way to Beetroot, and then they turned a little bit after, turn it around and back again. So the third person wants to go back home again. And here we have it. He didn't want to go to China, so he could do all the procedures. He could have three choices. He could continue flying and come with the bodies to China, to Beijing, or he could go and descend to the nearest straight out airfield. It would be Hanoi, or he could turn around and bring the bodies back to Malaysia. He chose the last one, go back to Malaysia and turn the airplane around almost back at the same route where he was coming, but he wants to be sure that he was being seen, so he makes some flight level differences, going up to 33, from 31, 33 down to 21, and continue to Penang. And that's because he knows that in Penang they have the Malaysian best radar system. They can localize any airplane in the area about 200 nautical miles out or more. We don't know because it's secret. And he knows he will be that they will find him on the radar at the Malaysian Air Force. That was why he was flying back to Penang. We don't know if he had made a call that was paid, some telephone call from the airplane, and they had tried to establish that on a simulation, but flying in a little airplane. The investigator was flying it in a King Air, a little 2-engine prop, to see if they could establish navigation with a telephone. And most of the mobile phone could not establish. Only the one who have over 3G could establish a telephone connection to the servers. And but it didn't success. But I personally think, that he was getting information about he have information to Malaysian Air Center, because they know all the way that there have been a problem, because they get now my microphone is shut off again. But what is this again and again? Oh my God. It's something like want to make this program not finished, not want me to know what I'm saying. So I can't speak out, but I say it again. The investigator knew that the airplane was turning around and could only be done by a man. And the man who did it, the third person, have known that something was wrong. He don't want to continue the flight. He wants to go back and maybe get to go to Malaysia, get down to Kuala Lumpur with the bodies, 120 bodies, and I think he was not permitted. The Malaysian Air Service was thinking about it a long time, and the chief inspector of Malaysian airliner decided that he wants to They don't want the pilot to go down with the body in Malaysian ground, so he was not supposed to be grounded. They say in the interview, here you can see we are at I go Gu. And they denied him to go in there, and he wanted to he wanted to have it confirmed, and he was waiting. He could go and make a landing at Malaysia or in the other place, but he was not. He was denied it. We know it was him. Over there we have an airplane. There's not so many, but there's some out here. There we can see the cooling system, the exhaust coming very close. There it is. And there have we the traffic, ATC, traffic controller in Kuala Lumpur. And that's what's happening. I gotta go on toilet now, so wait, think about it. What will you do if you have 120 passengers on board who was dead by pneumonia? What will you do? Yeah. We are now looking at, you can see all this blue is airports. There's a blue there. We could land there in Maldives. He could land in Sumatra. Or he could go back to, and now he was, in this time, here at November 571, he chose to go to the southwest around the peninsula of Sumatra and go down south. And why? I can tell you why. It seems like he was waiting for something. He could always come back to Kuala Lumpur. In this, he just turned back again, back to Kuala Lumpur to go south, after he had been doing this for half an hour now, or an hour. He wanted to go back to south, back to Kuala Lumpur, and he have always have enough fuel. He always have enough fuel when he do the course he was choosing, go around north of Sumatra and then go south, but not so far away from Kuala Lumpur that he couldn't go back. Of course he will run out of fuel, but in the beginning here he wants to come back. He thought that they want him to come back. He have given them an ultimatum. I have 190 bodies. I want to land, emergency landing in Kuala Lumpur. I can fly the airplane. I'm alone, but I can fly it home. And what they did was, they didn't want to have this confrontation with Chinese people and people on board. So they make up this story that they say to the ATC in Ho Chi Minh, that they have, when Ho Chi Minh say to the Kuala Lumpur ATC air traffic controller there, that they haven't found any radio or radar contact with the airplane. The ATC in Kuala Lumpur say to them that they have from the office in Malaysian Airline Center, they have information that the airplane was in Cambodian airfield. Of course, the Ho Chi Minh controller checked it and asked the Cambodian air controller there in Penang, in Phnom Penh, that if they have recognized MH Malaysian 370, because sometime they have planned this trip to go that way, but sometime it goes to Vietnam, sometime it goes to Cambodia. I've done that, go into Navi, flights, sim aviation, sim briefing, and want a program from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, and got the flight plan who was was taken over, one by Vietnam and one by Colombia. Most of the time it was Cambodian Airways. So maybe they thought that it would go that way. So they come up with this. Later they say that it was a mistake, that they were only presuming and not any information by they don't have any information by the Cambodian agency that it was flying over Cambodia. But that was the game. They wanted to disappear over, not in there. They want to disappear on the way to Beijing. It was a cover-up. So, but it turns like the flight was turning around, and they say maybe it had been took 3 days before they announced that the airplane maybe was missed in south. No, first they said that they didn't come out with any publishing in China and Beijing when the airplane should land. They were only writing delayed. The Malaysian was only after, when the airplane should have arrived, they come up that there was an accident and they have lost communication with the Malaysian airport and they don't know where it was. And a search area was searching. An investigation was on, and they maybe was thinking that the airplane was lost in the southern China Sea, and therefore all the navigation was that we are back in the cockpit. All the navigation was, here we have the door, that's where you lock the door and open the door, and now we have also a computer, so we're going to have a code. It's going to be the one there, below the door handle there. There where you can type in the code. The only one is the captain who knows it, or the flight lieutenant, but not the flight lieutenant. Not the flight was not allowed because then they were scared that there would be hijacked, and then they will get out the code from the lieutenant. So only the captain knows the code, and the first officer, of course. Now I am trying, we have here is how you decompress, is this column, you decompress the cabin and the passenger by it's being compressed by the engine, by the turbo fan, and that's when you get this very bad thing in your ears. I hate that. That's why. Now I can see, now I close it and there is alarm. You can see that. Okay. Engine is functioning, but there's alarm. There's a red one on the left blinking. Now I try to get it on. I put it on off and I can't have it off. And then it's sounding like and it's terrible. It happened when the cabin and the passenger cabin is depressed. When they are lost pressurization of it. There I got the cruise wheel, and you can see it's still blinking. I tried to get it on, but I can't. Engine 1, compressor. Now I'm gonna turn off. So as you can see, it's not so difficult to get decompressed. It's done I will show you next time. I'm flying the Malaysian airfield. Here you can see the engine. They are doing okay, but there are no 91. We can see 356, 600 pounds of fuel. $1.2 thousand liter, but it's only in this one. This is a smaller engine. It doesn't consume so much. Fuel. This turbo engine. They are okay. Temperature is okay, 95. I try to see if anything has been happening after I take off the hydraulic, but everything seems okay. That's why we have still the same amount of, I put a little bit or more into the engine. So that's it. So I don't know how you do it. I just say it again. What will you do when you have 120 dead passenger on board, and you are flying as a third person? I would rather go back as a first and land it in the Kuala Lumpur and then take my death penalty. And if they don't want to, then it should be on the company. Want you to do it like it looked like an accident. I don't know if ever that order had been given, but he did that, the third person. He did it very well, but in always he was ready to come back, to get promotion to land in Kuala Lumpur. because he already reached his death sentence. He already get his that he gonna die for the fault he have done. The only way is to put the airplane down. He could have done it in Cambodian or Lagos near the mountain, or the mountain in China. Or the mountain in Thailand or whatever. But he continued out in the water for many, many hours and making ups and downs, up in the altitude and down in the altitude and whatever. It must be terrible. The worst tragedy in the history, and still are. But the Malaysian was doing some wrong thing. We already know, because we are now seeing how long way we are. And here you can see the end of the flight plan here. It's not the end of November 571. It's just where I can land. And later I wouldn't even do that. We are near here, this called Beacon. And I'm trying to get my see if anything are shown up between the Indian islands. Here, this Myanmar on your right. And the Indian island on your left. Okay? Now you can go to sleep and think about what will you do if you had killed 200 people in an airplane, just by not by your hand but by error. Would you I don't think so. I don't know. I will go back and land it on an airfield. You can see, I can't see what's going on, but something about the clock. The engine was running at 8 hours. Almost 8 hours before they run out of fuel. The fuel was 39 tons of fuel. Here we have a clock. We can see it's the 5th of September. That's the date. Stands day and month. And it is the year of 2018, and it's 4:05 o'clock in the afternoon. past midday. And here we have UTC, 3-week middle time, also called 11:05, 8 hours. I think it's wrong, but no, it's right because it's 1 hour before Malaysian time already. So it's 5 hours differences. And we have summertime, so it should have been 10:06. But who knows? I don't care. But we are no island around. We have Thailand there. Where we have Indian time, 6 hours and 30 minutes. Differences, I think it was. We are still on vegan, and we are in this Chennai ATC center, Chennai 118.9. We are flight level 310, and the other airplane was at flight level 350. That means there were 400 nautical miles, 4,000 nautical miles higher. And that's it. We try and do it again. Here we have November 57 is coming to this one. So November 571. It's a long jetway. There are many jetways you can see here. P7 going to Ceylon, as you can see, to Colombo. We have Chennai airfield, and we have Colombo airfield. On there we are quite far away from it. Yeah. We are not near this. This is November 537. We have it over there. I think. I'm a little bit confused. Well, is it vegan? Yeah, that's vegan. And you can see we are at 10 degrees north latitude. I didn't know what it was. But this is November 571. Who's going to India, to Chennai. Here we are over Beacon, you can see that, and you got a sound like ding. from the key plane. And on this side we have Myanmar. And on this one, straight out we have India. And on the other side, on the left side, we have Colombo. We are parallel to the Colombo Siena airfield. So that's it. Okay. Just a moment. Now we can see, I want to show you how many airplanes there's around. There's in the daytime we have a flight radar 24, and remember it's daytime, it's not nighttime.